From space, the Earth looks to be full of water and it seems impossible to ever run out. However, under closer inspection, Earth's water resources aren't so abundant. Recently, water shortages are being experienced throughout the southern U.S. The main cause of these water shortages is large population growth in areas that lack large water reserves. The increased demand in these areas have resulted in strict water management laws to prevent these shortages. We have chosen to look at the water pricing in Phoenix, Arizona, due to the current drought conditions, overusage, and lower water pricing compared to the national average.
Water pricing in the current system in the United States for municipal use is mostly based off the cost of servicing the water. The average dollar per unit in the United States is 1,000 gallons of water for $1.50. However, this cost does not take into account the opportunity cost of the scarcity of water and how that affects the population and the environment. According to local conservationists and UD biology professor Don Geiger, it is crucial for any pricing structure to include any costs associated with the loss of river habitat. It also does not look into how the future generations are going to be affected by our water consumption. For instance, a family of 4 in Phoenix averaging 100 gallons per person every day will pay an estimated $34.29 monthly payment, when the same family of 4 with the same consumption in Boston will pay an estimated $65.47 monthly payment. Also, the average for the residential family of 4 in Boston is only about 41 gallons per day, while the average family of 4 in Phoenix is using almost 120 gallons per day. This illustrates that raising the unit price for the water helps in conservation efforts.
When looking into Phoenix's water source, we found a few drastic issues. According to a study from the University of Colorado, the lifeblood of the American West, the Colorado River, is running dry under current usage. The river's source is in the Rockies of Colorado and travels almost 1,500 miles, supplying 30 million people with water for drinking and irrigation. The river began its downfall in the 1920s when the western states began divvying up the Colorado's water to supply 7 states consisting of the cities such as LA, San Diego, and Phoenix. The reason for the decline is a mix between climate change and overusage. This current rate of consumption guarantees that we will see an ever-decreasing water supply in the once mighty river due to its users consuming faster than what is sustainable. The Colorado River Compact divides the water supply in half, giving equal parts to the upper basin states, including Colorado, Utah, Wyoming, and New Mexico, and the lower basin states, California, Arizona, and Nevada. However, all of these percentages are based off of the local high annual average of water in the river. At the time of the compact, the annual water flow was 16.1 million acre-per-feet. As of 2001 to 2003, the annual water flow was down to 5.4 million acre-per-feet. Therefore, the river has decreased by about 68%. As you can see, there is not enough water to go around.
Cities are beginning to recognize the need to reduce water usage due to the effects on the environment. Some have resorted to running public service announcements on television to promote water conservation, similar to this one.
Nice yard. Must be worth wasting all this water, huh? I mean, it's so green. You know, pretty soon all the lake levels will be low and I'll be face to face with all the other fish. How's this, huh? You like this? Yeah, make sure you only water in the early morning or evening, and no more than twice a week. It's called evaporation, fella. Look it up. Ha ha! You'll never catch it. Oh!
Phoenix is extremely dependent on water imported from the Colorado River. This is because nearly half of the water the city's residents use comes from this significant source. Phoenix's combined water and sewer rates are among the lowest in the country at $58.46 per month. Phoenix's water and sewer average family costs are the sixth lowest of the 20 largest U.S. cities and third lowest of the 11th largest southwestern cities. Residential customers consume about 68% of all water produced, more than all industrial and commercial customers combined. About 60% of the residential consumption is used indoors and 40% is used outdoors.
New rates passed on February 23, 2011, effective April 1, 2011, have a 7% increase in water, bringing the total up to $36.34 for the average consumer. Average consumption is measured on a single-family basis. The single family uses 136,000 gallons of water per year. The current water pricing structure has an initial flat rate and then a marginal cost for each additional unit of water over the amount allotted in the flat rate. As you can see in the table, the city allocates different amounts of water during different seasons according to potential drought. For the average family, The first 6 units of water in the summer or 10 units of water in the winter will cost $4.36. Once the family surpasses the initial unit allocation, they are charged a flat rate for each additional unit used. The higher the demand during a given season, the higher the price for each unit. An additional charge is also levied against users that live outside of the city to increase price of sending water to long distances.
The marginal rate structure does a poor job of promoting conservation. While a citizen's total water bill might be more expensive, the marginal user cost of water will not be changing with the current model. This model does not provide enough of an incentive to reduce consumption. This conclusion leads us to our new pricing structure.
We suggest that Phoenix implements an inverted block pricing system to promote conservation among users. A block system uses set amounts to determine when pricing will increase. These blocks are set so a single-family home can use a reasonable amount of water, remain in the lowest pricing block. As the water usage of a home moves into the second block, the price increases for all water used after that point. A municipality can set any number of price blocks to continually increase price over time. As you can see in the graph, each switch point correlates to a steeper slope on the price curve. As the price increases, users no longer demand as much water. This allows more water to stay in the rivers and prevent negative externalities associated with water shortages.
According to Olmsted, Hanneman, and Stavens, a block pricing system results in the greatest price elasticity for water. The greater the price elasticity, the more likely consumers are to use less water as prices increase. If the pricing structure itself does not prove to be enough, we also recommend local tax write-offs for households that use high-efficiency appliances and get yearly plumbing inspections. These write-offs would give further incentives to consumers who reduce their consumption. Based off our research and economic concepts, we strongly believe that this new policy will greatly impact and reverse overconsumption patterns and will make a slow yet dramatic impact on the environment for the better.
Man, I have had a lot of water.
Me too, man. I've had a lot of water.
Oh, sweet Mary. I've had a little too much.